My name is Tim Nightingale and I'm the Digital Director of 2020 Productions. You may know from social media that very recently we launched the Neurons service, which is an online subscription service for children, young people and indeed adults. It provides a free range of artistic, cultural and creative activities straight to your inbox for you and your family to enjoy at your leisure. Um, the idea of this podcast is to give you some brief tasters to the kind of subjects that we offer. I mean, I can tell you that there's photography, there is music, there is filmmaking, there is dance, there is song, there are heritage activities, there is arts and crafts, there is creative writing, there is design, there is coding. There are so many that we're going to bring you. The link is on the screen right now, which shows you how you can subscribe. It's a really simple process, and from that point onwards, the activities will start to appear in your inbox. Right now, the aim of this podcast is to give you an insight into one of the pieces of software that we will use in the coding stream, if you like, the coding channel. And that is a piece of software brought to you by Apple, an organisation that I used to work for, so I do tend to favour a lot of Apple products. I apologise for that now. It's called Playgrounds, and it's actually an app that we have used prior to social distancing. We use the Playgrounds app in schools to teach in primary schools, but it could equally be used in secondary schools or even in further education, because it begins from a very basic level and takes you all the way through to the point where you can actually deploy and start to earn some money through the creation of your own apps. As you can imagine, that's a fairly lengthy journey, and Playgrounds is all about getting you through the early stages, and it does so in a really clever way. So once you've actually downloaded the Playgrounds app, which we can see top left, Playgrounds, the first thing you'll have to do is actually download a playground. And the playgrounds are units of learning, if you like. So if I click on the See All button, you can see that there are a variety of different playgrounds that you can download. I've downloaded Learn to Code 1. Once you've completed that, you'll go to Learn to Code 2, and you can then progress through Blues Adventures and a number of specific challenges, such as creating a battleship game, a cipher app, a coding machine, brick breaker, so on and so on. Really quite cool stuff. And if you're a bit of a Lego guru, there are even some playgrounds that you download that actually work with various Lego products as well, so that you can actually create apps to control your Lego robots if you ever build a Lego robot. So for now, I'm going to double click on Learn to Code 1, and we're here right at the very beginning. We're on the Learn to Code 1 commands. This is an 8-step tutorial that explains to you what Playgrounds is all about. On the left hand side, I can close or I can reveal this, is a list of each of the activities that you will go through, but don't be intimidated by their name, because they are essentially delivered to you in a game format, which is what we're going to look at now. So I am going to skip through until we get to the first activity. In fact, here we go, and I need to solve the first puzzle, and the puzzle here is we have our character whose name is Byte, and through the use of code we have to navigate Byte so that he can actually collect the gem which is at the end of his path. So I'm scrolling around his 3D environment. It looks really cool. You may like to know that the actual app is written in Swift, which is the very language that you are learning through using this Playgrounds app. Swift, if you was to Google Swift programming, you will see that it's a hugely popular app, programming language, which is used not just by Apple, but many other software and hardware manufacturers as well. Okay, so we've got to solve this problem. So we've got various instructions, which I will let you read, but one of the things it does tell us is we have 2 commands that we can use. Move forward, with closed, opening and closing brackets, and collect gem, equally with opening and closing brackets. If I click where it says click to enter code, I don't even have to type it in. I can just click on the options at the bottom. So what do we reckon? We've got 1, 2, 3 paving slabs, and there's the gem. So I'm going to move forward 2 times, which I think may not work, and then I'm going to select collect gem, and I'm going to run my code. And lo and behold, didn't quite manage it. So I can go back and I can edit my code. I can debug my code. I'm going to hit carriage return to create a space. And inside there, I'm going to click move forward one more time. Just going to get rid of that space. And I'm going to run my code. And hopefully, Byte will get his desired gem. Boom, celebrations all round. And we finished. Congratulations, you've written your first lines of Swift code and so forth. Byte did what he was told, which is great to hear. We click next page, and lo and behold, we go to another challenge. And as you can see, every time we go to another challenge, it gets slightly more sophisticated, slightly more complicated, but not too much. It's all about small steps. And this time, I'm going to let you guys read the instructions, but what we'll see is we now have another command which has been added to our series of options at the bottom. We now have an option to turn left. And at this point, I'm going to say good luck. I think hopefully you have everything you need. Remember, you go to the Apple App Store, you download the app which is called Playgrounds. Once you have downloaded Playgrounds, you need to go in and download an individual Playground, such as the one we're looking at here, the Learn to Code 1, within which you've got a series of activities which will gradually hone your skills of coding using the Swift programming language. What's great from a parent's perspective is you're combining learning with a fun game. So it's not quite so, here is a book, learn to code and then go and do this. It's a far more engaging and enjoyable way to do it. So get downloading, have fun, and maybe let us know on social media how you're getting on. You can tweet us at 2020 Productions, you can join our Facebook page, yeah, let us know how you're getting on. Good luck.